Is it already live? Already? Check, check, 1 2 1 2, check, check. Already? Check, check, 1 2 1 2, check. Well, I hope everything's working. Looks like the mic is on my end. All right. Hello. I'm Chris Jackson from actionqa.com. It's been a while. I got a new job. I went on 2-week vacation, and I just been chilling out, take some time off for myself. So now I'm trying to get back into it, and I've also been doing a marathon training, so I've been getting pretty tired. So I haven't been doing as much recording or working on any of the Nightwatch stuff. In fact, my new job is now using Cypress instead. So yeah, I'm still going to continue with my Nightwatch stuff until I finished everything I plan on covering with my new Nightwatch course that I'm working on. And it's 10 p.m. right now. I'm a little bit sleepy, but I'm just going to do a quick thing. I just saw someone ask on another video like how to switch windows. So if you have 2 tabs open, then how do you switch to that tab and do tests against it? So let's try that out. I need to write a little bit of code to make that happen, or make a web page that makes that happen, and then we'll see. So let me fire up Visual Studio here. Let me switch over to my desktop. Let's give this a try. Have to make my own websites because when you run tests against popular websites, then they try to block you. That's as they should. What am I going for here? Let me write something. What type of website? Let's see. Where'd it go? Let's say window. Call it switch. The name of the API is switch window that we'll be using. So I'll do switch window 1, the HTML. Then I'll have another one called switch window 2.html. Seems straightforward enough. So I think switch window 1 here, we're just going to type HTML, body. We're just going to have a link that opens a new tab. And then that'll open that new window. Let's see if I can make that happen. Hey, href equals switch window 2. I always forget this. Open second tab. I forgot what it is. How do I do that? I always forget like it's like target equals new. I never do this stuff, so hang on a sec. Let me open up the good old Googles. That is a tag HTML target. Go to W3 schools. Target's not blank, it's target. Is it blank? Opens a new tab or window? Okay. I can believe that. Target equals blank. Cool. We should be able to check this out. Let's see. Copy path. Will it open another window? It did. Switch window number 2 is right there. And let's open that switch window number 2. Do the same thing. Doc type. HTML. Body. And let's just some text just to verify. See, H1. I am a new tab. We. Okay, so open the second tab. I am a new tab. We. Perfect. All right, so that's our example. So what our test is going to do, going to navigate to this local site on my machine. So sorry about that. I'll open up the second tab there. And then once it's on the second tab, it's just going to verify this text right here. So, whoops. That's it. Pretty simple test. Let's get this started. Now, let's see. LiveStream. There we go. It's been a few weeks since I played with Nightwatch, so I need to get myself back into gear here. We were playing with page objects and custom commands last time, so let's got the tests here. Let's do tests, new file. Let's see, switch window.js. Module.exports equals, and the name of this test is going to be switch window. Pretty straightforward. I just like using everything async now. So async function, pass in the browser object. Cool. So the first thing we want to do is navigate to the URL. So browser.url, and I think oh, that's not what I want. Switch back over to here. What was that when I did that? Actually gives me the right thing right here. No. Control C. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, so I saved this URL on my, sorry if you're trying to follow along, this is just saved on my hard drive. Apologies. But you saw the code I wrote. It's pretty simple. It's just 2 little tiny web pages on your hard drive. So this, do I have the config? I think I have the config and launch. Yeah. Got this set to run stuff. Let me copy the relative path of this, go to the launch.json and change my arguments here to --test to this test // come on, get with it. Cool. So then when I hit F5, this should just quickly launch that page. I'll just give a little pause right here, browser.pause for like 2 seconds so we can see that the site loaded. And F5. 1, 2, there we go. Cool. So you saw it load. Cool. I think I'll just keep that pause right here. Just put pauses in between each of these so we can see what's happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that link, and that link is going to open the new tab. So let's just get there first. Let's just click on that link. So browser.click, and it's just body A. So I think CSS selector using body A, and that should do the trick for that. Browser.pause. Let me see if that works. So this should click that link and open up the second tab. Boom, there we go. And cool. Why isn't it stopping? Wow, why isn't it stopping? That's weird. Let me try this one more time. Should have ended the test. And then end test. Whoa, weird. Why isn't it ending the test? Huh. Just keeping it open. Well, that's funky. That shouldn't happen. Is it this pause right here? I don't know what's going on. Browser.end. My shit could be out of date too. I think there's been a new browser, WebDriver, and all that other stuff. I probably should update everything. So this explicitly ends it, so opens up the new tab and then ends it. Okay. Browser.end seems to work. One, two, end it. End it. Why is it getting stuck there? It's like being really weird. Huh. Let me just do a little npmi right here. Make sure everything's up to date. I do not know. Universe, come on. I need to go to bed tonight, so. Is it just because it's opening that second window? Or is it that second pause? It seems this weird second pause. Oh, because I have a separate 0 right here. It was way more than just 2 seconds. It was like 20 some seconds. It's gonna be a long night. I am so glad you're here with me. I think I'm looking at my live stream. I don't think anyone else is here with me, so let's just pretend no one's watching this. Open the second tab. End. Okay. So I don't really need this browser.end. I would need it if I really wanted to end the session going into the next test within the same file, but I'm not going to do that, so we can just leave it out. Browser.end, it'll invoke browser.end on its own when the file goes out of scope. So browser.pause, you see it opens up the new thing. Okay, so now what we want to do, you know, what I think most people do is they click that link and they think that new window has focus somehow, and then they try to get the text. But if right now, if we try to do browser dot, let's just do an assert dot text contains, is that it? Assert dot text contains. Let's see, what is that? Nightwatch API contains text backwards. I knew I felt something was wrong with that. Contains text. What was that? I forgot what I even wrote. I am a new tab. We. Okay, so assert contains text, and that reference. Doesn't do the whole. All right. Let's going to be a body. Actually, it's just the H1. So made it an H1, so whatever's in that H1 tag is going to contain this text, we. And that if everything was perfect, we'd expect that to pass. Instead, it's probably going to say that it can't find this H1 right here. So let me run this. It opens the second tab. And then the test is going to wait about 5 seconds. And whoops, I didn't have the... Where is all the output? Of course I did. Turn on. One more time. Work with me here. Come on. Work with me. There we go. No such element error. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so it's there, but what's happening is that the focus for the browser right now is still on this first window. So even though we click this tab, like it's completely not aware of the second window. It doesn't, when you look for that H1 tag, it's looking in this window for that H1 tag, not this window. So what you have to do is switch windows. And the way you do that is you have to know each of these windows right here in this browser, they all have a window handle. So right now this would be like 3 handles. So what you want to do is find the window handle for this window and then switch to it. So if you only have 2 windows, let me go over the APIs that we're going to use here. I'm just going to go over here to this Nightwatch. So under API commands down here, and you keep going down to window related. Yeah. There's window protocol and window related. So what we're going to do is use window handle, window handles, and switch window. So window handle is going to give you the current window handle. Window handles is going to give you all of the handles of all the windows. So if we know what the current window handle is, we can loop through this and say, okay, is this not that window handle? If it's not, then skip on it. If it's not the same window handle as the current window, that means it's the second window. So we need to select that and then switch over to it with switch window. I know it sounds like gobbledygook what I said because I am not explaining myself very clearly at all. So what we're going to do, we'll get the current window handle, and then we're going to have the test ask, hey, of all these window handles we have open, is this the current one? If it is the current one, I don't care. If it's not, that's the one we want to switch to since we only have 2 tabs open. This gets more complicated. There's like 3 tabs open. You need to be able to do something different right there to figure that out. But right now we only have 2 tabs. Let's see. Let's get some code going here and see what's going on here. So first we're going to want to get the current window tab. So I'm going to see const current window handle. It's going to be equal await browser dot window handle. I think that's all. I don't think you need to window handle. That's it. It's just going to return the window handle. So cool. Now we have that current window handle. And then we're going to want to get all the open window handles. So const all window handles equals await browser dot window handles. Again, I don't think that one takes any arguments either. So window handles, nope, it doesn't take any arguments. So cool. So now we have, it's going to be, let's see here. So I'm going to guess that this all window handles is going to return an array. So probably all window handles dot value is going to be an array. So what we're going to do is loop through that. This is guesstimation right here. I haven't done this in a while. So we're going to loop through. So for let I equal 0, I is less than all window handles dot value dot length. Increment through that. We don't even need to do anyway. So if there's probably a better way to do this with JavaScript, I just don't feel like doing that right now. So there's some other cool like array methods, but I'm too sleepy right now to even deal with it. So instead, right now, what I'm gonna do is gonna compare. So let's say if all window handles dot value I, so that's going to be what's at this index I, is the same as current is not, speak words. If it's not the current window handle dot value, then what we want to do is call browser dot switch window. And switch window takes a window handle. So switch window, handle or name. I don't know what the name part is. Might be an easier way to do this. Or the value of its name attribute. I don't know what that means. Something to look at later. But right now, we're going to look for its window handle. So at this point, if this passes, that means this is a different window handle than our current window. And that's the one we want to switch to. So paste this in, switch to that window, and then we're going to break out of the loop because we don't need to be doing that anymore. Then now we're going to do that. Actually, we're going to bring down this code up here. This browser.assert contains text. And now it should pass because we should have focus on the new window. So let me run this and we should get a passing result. If I wrote code correctly. Good probability I didn't. It worked. I did it. I'm 100% amazed I just did that first time through without causing any problems. Okay. So now, yeah, that passed because what happens, we went through, we found the window that we're not currently on, not current window handle, and switched to it with switch window. So we can do the similar thing to get back to the current window if we wanted to, and we can keep switching back and forth that way. But we could also close the current window and then get all the window handles again and then switch back to the our original window handle. So what I'm going to do is try to close the window. That's what I'm trying to say in really horrible wording. So close window. It's going to close the current window. So let me see. This is a little bit of an experiment what I'm doing. So browser.close window. It's going to close the current window. And I'm just going to browser.pause for a couple seconds so we can see that happen. Go open the new window. Yay, and it closed it. So it closed that window. However, just because we closed that window, we still don't have focus on the original window. It doesn't automatically switch back focus. It still thinks we have focus on that window that was just closed. So it's still going to think. So if we try to, let's see, if we tried to click that link again. Actually, let's see. Let's just see if that anchor tag is present. So let's see. Assert. Visible. Sure, we'll do assert visible. I feel like they just changed something. Oh, they set it up to version 1.6.2. That's why everything looks different. Ew. 1.6.2. There's probably some new stuff I need to research. It's probably going to mess up everything that I've just been doing on my courses. Internet moves fast, man. All right. That's why all this stuff's different. Usually it has like a different, I think they changed the APIs. I think they did. String or an object. Huh. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. Let me, yeah, they did something completely different. Did they just move to a whole new model? I think they did. Wow. All right. That'll be a different live stream with all the 1.6.2 stuff. Maybe I'll cover that next week. Now where was I? Okay, I'm going to assert visible. That's what I want to use. So what's going to happen here, we're going to close that window and then we're going to do browser.assert.visible. And that's going to be what, body A. So I'm going to say if that anchor tag is visible. So sometimes people think they close that current window, that we automatically get switched back over to the original window. If that was the case, I'm going to comment out this code. If that was the case, then this should pass, but it's not. It's going to fail. Now we're going to close this window and see it's already failing in the background. And then after a few seconds, yep, no such element error. It's because we didn't switch focus back to that window. So basically all we got to do is what we did before. Kinda. Since we don't have a current window handle, we just have no current window. We just closed it, but there is going to be no current window handle. So basically, we're just going to do const. We're going to call the window handles API again, and it's only going to return that array of window, but it's only going to be one element in that array. So const all window handles. I'm going to name it something else. Should only, whoops, be one handle. And that equals, let's see, await browser.window handles. And then I should be able to call browser.switch window. And that should only be one handle, dot value 0. And that should switch us over. Let me now take this test we have and it should pass. I'm going to add this 2 seconds back in just so you can see that thing's actually closed. Otherwise it goes by too fast. So here we go, one more time. So we're going to open up the new tab. Now we're going to close that tab, and now we're going to switch back to this tab, and everything passed now because we switched back to that window. And that is the end. That is it. That is it. I just finally looked at myself in the screen, and I noticed my hair is all wonky. Look at this thing. What is that thing? I don't know why my hair does that. It's just be like one little piece of hair that's like, hey, screw you. I'm going to do exactly what I want to do, no matter what or how you feel about it. Okay. Let's get back on target here. Back on target. So thank you for watching. Apparently there's a new version of Nightwatch, version 1.6.2, and it looks like some things might be different. So I'm excited to jump in and, just get into that. I apparently have lost the ability to speak words at all. Why? I don't know. I just can't speak. So with that, good night. Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe, like, go to actionqa.com, sign up for our newsletter. If you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, actionqa. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Good night.